right to live immediately after wanking it.
Priorities.
That sounds about right. Good old
And
DSP.
then he realized he never fucking put his fucking screen up.
Good old DSP. We're alive now, by the way.
Okay.
And I gotta.
Probably wait to start the stream.
Why not? Nobody's here yet. Nobody will be
When's
here
the
yet.
gambling stream, Derek?
Right now. I'm ready to put
You
my
gotta
whole...
do some kick slot streams and make like $10,000.
putting my whole
an
house
hour
on the
or
line.
shit.
Let's go.
It'll cost them more $1 billion.
Okay. Live. And then the
Live.
title.
In 5, 4.
We're already live. They hear
No.
everything. They see everything. They know everything.
Oh, we're all dead.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I've hit the button to tell people we're... Did it not update my thumbnail? Why is it just lying? Hello? Or is it? Or is like the stream? Or is the stream URL different now? Oh, the stream URL is probably different now. I forgot.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I forgot YouTube changes that every time.
How do you forget that?
I didn't even know that.
Because I've done all of like 2 YouTube streams right now with the dual
Fair.
streaming memes. Okay, there we go. I updated the link. Now it should work if I click it.
Should.
I went to go stream on YouTube, went to go live, got hit with a 24-hour cooldown before I could do my first stream, and then just never streamed on it.
Based. Enable monetization to insert ads. Do I want to? Nobody's gonna watch
Monetization.
Well, I'm not gonna be playing any potentially copyrighted music, I know. So, last stream I did with the anime previews, I got hit with like 48 copyright notices over that, and then an automated set of like 30 reversals on them that I didn't even appeal for. They were just like, you know what? Actually, this is fine. This is fine. But like, they didn't tell me which ones were fine. I'd be fine with all of them being there. I don't give a shit if it makes money or not because it's anime seasonal previews. But it got blocked worldwide for watching the Jujutsu Kaisen season 2 preview. So,
Based.
I mean, I could try to appeal it because I was reacting to it.
No plus ratio.
I mean, it's just a stream VOD that nobody's going to go back and watch anyway, so I don't know if I care too much.
You.
Yeah, I do say. I just said. I will say again. Motherfucker.
Damn.
Bro, we have a kick chatter? What the hell? Is it time for you to suck my cock, be a good girl, bend over? Okay, alright, so this is a good ban. How do you ban? This is a good little test of kick system. How do you ban somebody on here? Oh, fuck you in the ass. Okay, Superman God, you are a very cool dude. Definitely very based.
The one thing I heard about Kick, let's test this out one sec.
Okay, I just banned him.
How do I find you on Kick?
It's, well, I mean, the link's in the server thing that I listed to. If you look at the content alerts, the link's in there. But it should just be kick/Wolfborg with 1G. I got the 1G. I got the 1G there.
And no underscore. I assume.
No underscores. Just the 1G. Okay? Nobody else has taken Wolfborg yet, okay? Not some random dude who only followed MTV India and then never used his Twitter account. Not some dude trying to mess around with Beyblades, okay? Not some weird Twitch dude that sometimes gets himself suspended and other times he's not. I don't understand what goes on with that guy, but he's got Wolfborg with 1G. I don't know.
Some like deep lore you guys haven't told me about.
Listen, my name is important, okay? Everybody wants it. Fish fear me. Okay, how do I mod you in here? Do they have ways for you to mod people on Kick yet? How do I mod people?
I don't know. I'm sure they do. This website was a copy-paste of Twitch. That was the whole thing.
Yeah, it pretty much runs on, like, the same stream servicing thing. Can I go to, like, community? Here we go, moderators. Yours is just Sin TV, TTV, right? Or is it just
Not
TV?
TTV, just TV.
Okay. That wouldn't make sense. We're not on Twitch, so you don't need TTV. Add. Okay, you're a moderator on there. Yes, you have a little crown thing next to your name now. A little crown thing next. There's an echo.
Echo.
Okay. Okay, so we know that Surreal wasn't gonna make it, and we know that Somnus wasn't gonna make it, aka God in the server. Okay, his name's God. And we know, actually, what was the other one? Gray Weasel. I haven't heard anything from him, so I don't actually know if he intends to be here today. And let's see. I don't see anything saying that they're not going to be here. I will ping them. We will ping, and we will see.
Bing.
Okay, and I will lower the quality on all of my preview tabs.
For the comedy?
What?
Never mind.
So it doesn't take up my processor bullshit in like some other tab. Okay, and then we put it on that screen. And then we tweet it out, because that's what we do here. We mark it. Oh, do I have DMCA free music bullshit? I do. Supposedly, I will not get in trouble for any of this.
Supposedly.
I mean, that's what the
Supposedly.
Spotify title says. So I think that's legally binding. But, you know.
You know, we have all different
It
priorities
says
here.
safe for streaming with like 6 asterisks next to it, so I think it's fine. I think it's fine. It says in all caps. You know,
Okay, if it said 5 asterisks, I believe it. But if it's 6, I think it's too many.
Man, I can't believe Blinding Lights by The Weeknd is DMCA free. That's sick.
Don't worry about it. Wait, is it say I'm listening to that still? No, it doesn't. Okay. I was listening to some Weekend song earlier.
I mean, if you just streamed the cake, I bet you could get away with it.
We don't do that here.
Not yet.
Not until they do literally anything for its discoverability over there. You know, that I just can't fathom. Twitch has been like the big stream platform all these years, right?
Yeah.
How do they not just let you search by stream title? They still don't. You can't search by stream title on Twitch itself. You have to use third-party bullshit. I can't fathom it. Why? I don't know. They're just like, here's a new update. You can now tag your streams in the background more for like this label, this label. I'm like, why don't you just let search by title?
No, sorry.
Then you don't have to do that. But I don't know. From what it sounds like Twitch is slowly dying, or that Amazon's pretty much going to give up on it soon, and then they're just gonna sell out the stream service thing to people. So we'll see how that goes.
I mean, Twitch has their discoverability as well.
Yeah, but at least there's more people actually using it.
Okay.
But that's why we also have the YouTube stream, because that one at least has some form of discovery. I don't know how much it gets fucked because it's a live stream, though, because I think it being a live stream does mess with its discoverability for certain people who don't typically watch live streams. I don't know.
One sec, my dog's barking. Let me check.
All right, you let him bark.
Let 'em cook.
Let him cook. Wow, look at all the chatters we got here. So many chatters in every chat. There's no chatters, by the way.
Yeah, I just switched up. Like, you know, I feel like Wolfborg's gaslighting me again.
There's no chatters.
There's no chatters.
They're the voices inside of my head.
Again?
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, y'all ready?
I mean, we're still streaming already. I just have to tweet this
I-
shit out
I've
and then we
been
can
ready.
get started. Let me tweet it out. Okay? My goddamn stream.
How have you
My
not
goddamn
tweeted it out
stream, my
yet?
goddamn rules.
What? What'd you say, Justin? What do you want?
How have you not tweeted it out yet, bitch?
Because I'm doing everything else in the world, alright? What are you doing? Nothing. That's what I thought.
Waiting for your ass.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you do
We're gonna
that.
start the discussion of Fire Punch being edgy garbage.
Whoa,
Damn.
whoa,
Dab.
whoa.
Dab.
We're already
Dab.
coming up with the
We're
hot,
swinging.
incorrect takes, alright?
Dab.
But, you know.
The truest of takes right there.
So you're gonna be the contrarian here? Is that what's gonna happen? This is the bullshit
yeah,
we're gonna have
this
to
is
deal
gonna
with?
happen.
Alright, well. Bullshit.
My little baby. Yeah, you little baby.
God damn it, where's the fucking link to my Twitch? Why? Why you gotta do this? Twitch.tv/Wolfborg with 2 G's. All you need. There you go.
No, I need a little bit more than that.
And I tweeted it out.
Real feeds, and then I grabbed you a couple of desserts. One of them is apparently really good. Nuh-uh. How you coming doing?
Fine.
Oh wait, I can't.
Fine.
Wait, I can't
Good job.
do what
Oh,
I'm
wait.
thinking
Oh, girl.
with the.
What you bring me for dessert?
Is there a way to show
Me?
who is OBS show who's speaking on Discord? Can I just show it as like a view on something else? Add an overlay, Discord overlay, OBS. Here we go. Run the .exe. Sure, we'll just trust the shady link. .exe.
Like.exe.
Hey, why not?
Couldn't be any less conspicuous.
Is there a problem?
Among Us. I don't know.
I don't see the problem here with just downloading a link and running it and seeing what happens. I don't see the problem. I think you're just too paranoid. That's what I think. Okay, it's in a zip file.
Or do I just have a lower tolerance to risk?
Alright, let's immediately click the first .exe. Don't read it, just run it. I ran the .exe and now it just looks like there's a gray window. Okay.
This is so exciting.
A game activity. Hey, shut the fuck up. All right, wait, motherfucker.
Wow.
What do you know? I don't want to hear
Kind
shit.
of rude, you know.
Good. I hope so. Okay, game activity. Add it on Discord. Okay. What? That's not activity.
It is now.
That's not registered games. I think they changed the name of it.
Oh.
Discord overlay. Add game.
So then a game, Wolfborg.
And then you set it to overlay. And I'm assuming that will show the overlay on that window itself. Oh wait, does streamer mode turn off overlay?
Maybe.
It does not.
Okay.
It should not. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I see the things. So now I have to add this as a source on OBS.
You finally got your source, Wolfborg?
I made it the fuck up.
Exactly.
Capture window source. Window. Discord. Don't actually capture Discord. Please don't do that. Is it showing it right now? Oh my god, it is. Don't
Oh,
do
look
that.
at that.
Don't
Yo,
do
hold
that.
on. Time to leak all Wolfborg's DMs.
DMs, DMs.
You don't see-
DMs.
You don't
DMs.
see anything, okay? Alright, so now I have to get rid of the background color thing. Chroma key filter bullshit. Chroma key.
What was that server that was called Slur Central that was in your bar on the side there, buddy?
Oh yeah, that was totally what you saw. Yeah, definitely.
Among Us. No, Wolfborg.
Yeah, you definitely saw it. Don't worry.
Streamer
Oh,
stuff.
sus.
Bro, the chroma key removed
Streamers actually
everything.
sus.
How the fuck does that work? How does it remove
telling you.
everything?
Sorry, Wolfborg.
Set the HTML color to similarity to 1. Okay. And then smoothness to 1. Okay, there we go. Opacity to 74. Seven, 4. It doesn't let me type 4. I cannot type 4. There we go. 74. Contrast to 3.9. Wait, does it mean like 74 is in like a whole number 74? No, it can't. It can't. It's lying.
Yes,
It's
it can.
fucking lying.
Yes, it can.
Literally
And it
lying.
will. Wolfborg being gaslit by OBS again.
Still lying right now. And the rest of it is
Uh.
default. Okay, I could do that. Alright. So that's there. That's like that. So now I can do this. I can do this. And I can increase the size. I guess. Kind of looks like shit. Who made this program? That kind of looks like shit.
Not me.
Oh wait, can I change where the overlay is? Can I drag it? No? It doesn't let me move my overlay thing? Okay, based. Cut that off. Put that like here. Okay. And then we can lock that in place. Boom. Boom.
Boom.
Boom.
Are you fucking ready yet?
Sorry, did you say something?
Are
You
you ready
succeed,
yet?
Did you say something?
Wolfborg?
Did you fucking say something? Are you talking shit to me?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Are you talking shit?
What?
You're talking to a person, right?
They're talking to you.
What were you gonna say?
Oh my god, this actually shows my mouse if I hover over it. Don't do that.
Fine.
This
Wait, you
program's-
want your masterpiece shown?
Um,
Very good.
Program's kind of shit, I
Yeah,
won't
that's
lie.
fine.
Wait, can I adjust the opacity?
Also, a chocolate chip cake.
Uh,
Chocolate chip cake.
Chocolate chips in it.
okay.
Maybe.
No, set it like that. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Did you do it, Wolfborg?
I guess. Kind of looks like shit, but
When you guess, you're the one doing it. How do you not know?
color spill reduction. Don't reduce it at all. Leave the
You're the only
colors. Leave my colors alone. Damn it.
Is it with a U or without a U?
We're American. What do you think?
With a U.
No, wrong. Get out of here. The only colors we know are red, white, and blue. The only letters we know are U, S, and A. Don't you forget that.
Uh,
All right. Hello. Are you both here?
Present.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think you're actually here, okay? I don't think you're really here.
I'm sorry I'm a fictional character, Wolfborg, okay? This is the best I can do.
See, look at that. We got somebody in the chat already. They're saying hi in the YouTube chats from Afra. Hello. We're about to get started with this shit. Okay. Let me close this shit, and then we're ready to go. I don't care. I do not care. All right. Well, I think my Discord's about to crash. Nope, it's not. Okay, we're good.
Scrub.
I'm not a scrub. Take it back.
Still got me.
Take it back. Take it back right now.
Skill issue.
Oh, wait, yeah, I have a chat on here, too. You can't type in the chat. You're in the voice chat, you motherfucker. How dare
What do
you?
mean?
Not you.
What?
I'm talking about Shadow.
Look, you said I need more interactivity in
How-
the thing. Maybe I should
How
jack it back
dare
to
you?
ones.
How dare you?
I'm the one complaining.
Double dipping. You're on the stream and the screen. Wow. I see how it is. I see how it is.
Look, you said I need to interact more in Twitch chat.
Yeah, well, now you have. All right, let's get started. Welcome, gamers, weebs, dreamers, believers. I can turn off this music, I guess. Doesn't matter. Welcome to the first episode of what is tentatively called... Is that the right word? Whatever. For now, we're calling it the Anime Book Club, just because I can't think of a better name for it, where we talk about manga or light novels and shit like that. And right now, we're talking about manga, and the first one is Fire Punch by Tatsuki Fujimoto, the same author as Chainsaw Man. This was a series right before he started working on Chainsaw Man, and we've decided this was going to be the first series that we were all going to read through and discuss. So here I have with me today Justin and Shadow. Would you two like to introduce yourselves?
Hi.
Do you want to tell anybody anything about what you do? Any content that you want to shout out? Any channel shit? Like anything? Anything?
God, no.
Say something.
God,
Jesus.
absolutely no.
You're supposed to be
God, fuck
starting
no.
streams these days. You're doing Diablo memes. And you don't want to be like, hey, go check out my fucking kick or whatever.
How about I kick you in the
You were
the
so
balls on the
excited. You were so
pineapple?
excited. You're like, when are we starting? When are we starting? When are we starting? Now we're starting. You have like nothing to say, you motherfucker. My God.
Bro, listen,
All right,
I'm just
skipping
here to
over you.
bag on
You're
Fire
useless.
Punch.
You're fucking useless. Okay, Shadow, do you have anything to shout out or anything to introduce about yourself?
I stream Mega Man 4.5 Real Operation on Twitch.
Okay, there you go. See? That's how you do it, okay? That's how you do it, Justin. Take notes, all right? Take notes.
I stream furry porn on Kick.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. Trust me, okay? Now, like I said, we started with Fire Punch. We read the first 2 volumes, so I believe it was the first 18 chapters.
Yes.
Now, all of us read those, correct? We've read
Yes.
all of the chapters. Okay,
Yes,
good.
I did.
That's a good first start for the book club. That's a good first start.
Oh.
There are several people who wanted to be involved with this, but they were not able to make it today specifically. But they might join us in future episodes, so they may or may not join for that. We'll see how it goes with that. We'll see how it goes with that. For right now, it's just us 3. A little test run to see how it goes. All right. So I've had the physical copy of the first volume. I've technically read Fire Punch before, but I don't remember much about it. So it was good to be able to reread it, especially now that I've been caught up with Chainsaw Man, because I think I read this a while ago before I read Chainsaw Man. So now, how do we want to get started with this? We can start, I guess, with a little synopsis of it, and then we can get right into people's thoughts and stuff. Does anybody want to do the synopsis, or should I just do it?
You do it.
Okay.
Fire away, buddy.
All right. So, in a future world that's basically kind of like an ice age, like a next era ice age, everybody is stuck in this like post-apocalyptic ice age world. People are still alive, but they believe that this ice. Hello.
Present.
I'm hearing a background noise. I know what the fuck's going on.
Sorry, what's up?
Okay, you're ruining my vibe here,
My
motherfucker.
girlfriend, I'm sorry, my girlfriend walked in and said some shit
Fine.
about cheese.
Good cheese, bad cheese. Some shit
Cheese?
about cheese.
Just go ahead, go into synopsis.
Okay,
What
all
happened again?
Nice,
till it does.
good. Better not. No, I'm just fucking with you. Okay, all right. So, in a future post-apocalyptic, like next era ice age, who they believe is caused by someone called the Ice Queen, there are several people in this world who are called the Blessed, who have these like special abilities in this world. Our main character is Agni, who has a sister. I don't remember if they said that it was his biological sister or something, but he treats her like a sister in any case, whether or not they're biological. And they both have
It's like an anime sister, if you know what I mean.
Probably. But they both have these regenerative abilities as Blessed. So they live in a town, like a small village with some people, where because it's so harsh for them to get food in this kind of winter place, they continuously cut off parts of their body and feed it to the villagers because they just grow it back because they have regenerative abilities. Several people in this village do not like doing that, and in fact, one person just dies because he refuses to eat the meat or whatever. There's a lot of religious themes and stuff going on with the story as well. So the story kind of kicks off with that kind of setting being put into place, and then dudes from the big like military city show up looking for supplies, basically to ransack the town, but they're trying to make it seem more like a we're saving you guys kind of deal. Then they find out they're eating human meat, immediately just assume they're all horrible cannibals regardless of the circumstances that caused it, and dude burns the village down with his flame that never goes out. That's Doma is the name of the guy, and his ability is he has fire that just never goes out until its source is extinguished or something like that. And basically just kills everybody in this town, except for our main dude Agni, because his regenerative abilities keep bringing him back to life. He really doesn't want it to, because it fucking hurts to continuously die over and over like that, but he just won't die because he's regenerative. Okay,
Just like me, for real.
Okay. And his sister, unfortunately, does die because, dies right next to him, too. This is all in the first chapter, by the way. This isn't, this is all in the first chapter. She dies next to him because her regenerative ability is weaker, and basically tells him to live, even though he pretty much wants to die and thinks he figured out a way to die, but he just, I don't know. So, she dies, and he, after years of suffering through trying to figure out how to regenerate himself, is finally able to stand up and walk around again, but now his body is just covered in flames that never go out. So now he's just this big, hulking, massive flesh with fire all over it, and he's just walking around being like, I want to fucking kill Doma. That's all I want to do now, because he ruined everything about my life, and now I'm suffering constantly. So that's where we get the story to kick off from, and we basically follow him on this kind of journey through his revenge, and then all the other fucked up shit that happens in this world, which it gets real fucked up, especially in the later chapters. So, with that being said, what were our initial thoughts on this so far?
So far, I feel like a lot of it's edgy to be edgy for edgy's sake, you know?
Why?
So just overly.
Okay, all right. All right. Let's start with that then. What do you think is edgy, and why do you think it is edge for the sake of edge?
One example would be when I forgot her name was teaching him English.
Oh yeah. So in the second volume, we're introduced to a character called Togata, who's was it Togata? I think it was that.
Something like that.
She's obsessed with movies. She's 300 years old, regenerative blessed, and she's obsessed with movies, and she is trying to make her own movie. Basically kind of I don't know, a weird fucking Joker person. She's like a wild card. And it's just finds out about Agni and is trying to be he's clearly the hero of whatever the fuck movie is going on here. So if I'm recording a movie, it's going to be about him. So that's that character and what they're trying to do. So what, that character is probably the silliest, I think, just by nature of that character's just random with what it's trying to do. But I don't think it's edgy just for I guess in her mind it's edgy for the sake of it, but that's just because they want to make a movie that they think is interesting, I guess. I feel like there's some kind of like meta theme going on with that, but I don't know. Do you have anything else to say about that character specifically, or?
Not really. It's just, I don't know, man. Like, I get trying to set up the world as like a really harsh, awful place. But I felt like there was like a minimum of one attempted rape per chapter, like checkbox, and like
Whoa! There
the
wasn't that much of it. There wasn't that much. There was like 2 attempted
It
rapes
was-
in this story.
there's definitely more than 2.
I think there was 3. There was one his sister in their backstory. There was one on the train, and there was one in the city when like it was Sun and that the other person. It was like 3.
The weird dogs.
Yeah, there's dogs.
That's
There's a fucked up doctor in the city. Okay. It's not like it's trying to like just do it. Like this isn't like redo of Healer kind of bullshit where that kind of stuff is happening. Like all those people in the town. So there's the big military town. I think it's called Behemdorg or something like. I always hated.
Yeah, the name's fucking awful.
I don't like
too.
the name of the town of the place, but whatever. I don't know if it's got some kind of religious tie bullshit because I think some of these names do have religious ties. Whatever. All the people that run the town, pretty much the strong and smartest of the blessed, just use people all the time. Like they keep one character that shows up, Sun, who has this electric ability. They keep him in this room and call him Firewood, along with like a whole bunch of other people. They basically just take some blessed and use them to like power the city, and they don't give a fuck about them. Like, and they're constantly smoking a shit ton of cigarettes because at a certain point they they're regenerative, so they can't die. Well, some of them, they said some of them choose to kill themselves at around 100. I don't know how that works. Maybe they just know specific ways to die so that they don't regenerate.
I think it involves
I
like
assume-
the brain specifically.
I
Maybe.
assume, I assume those are the ones that die from getting beheaded.
Oh, okay.
Just figure out a way to behead themselves, probably.
I guess.
It's only like the super rare ones that are like fucking immortal. It
Yeah.
seems like so far. Well, they're not that rare, apparently.
It's like 2, 3 already.
Yeah.
I mean, for some reason, Agni specifically is like special with his because Doma's flames, even for most regenerative, seems like it could get rid of them, but his is like, I guess, super potent with like bringing him back despite the flames. So that's why his case is kind of different.
Him, yeah. Togata, whatever the fuck her name
Togata?
is.
I think it's Togata.
Yeah, her. She's introduced by her like blowing her head off with explosives into smithereens, and it's like she's like a piece of the head. It's like the rest of the body grew from whatever.
Yeah.
And so she's super fucking immortal, regenerative. And then there's the chick that looks like his sister. That's not his sister.
Oh yeah. So
He's like very
Judah.
attracted to because it's a sister.
yeah, he immediately sees her face and is like, "Oh, what if that was her who just
Somehow
regenerated
survived.
and lost her memories?" And she's like, "No, I've been alive for like 120 years. I'm not your sister." He's like, "But you look just like her." So
Yeah.
You tried a little too hard. Like what? Okay, maybe, but like you're trying a little too hard here.
I don't know. Like he's a dude suffering a lot, and all of the time he's just thinking about his sister and getting revenge for her and stuff like that. So
Also thinking to not feel as much pain.
yeah, he would like to not feel pain. I'd imagine a lot of people would like to not.
No,
feel
no, no.
pain.
He's thinking because if he thinks he'll feel the pain less.
And he's learning
I think that's
English.
explicitly messed up.
Togata's teaching him English and specifically teaching him swear words.
I mean, of the
really
best of
crude
English
shit.
is the swear.
I
words.
liked those panels are just like, Dick. What does that mean? Dick. It gives like a little pog face or whatever. It's like, what?
Oh, because
Is
it's
that
like
what that
it starts out
means?
it's like penis. It's like fuck rod, and then it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
black anal. I'm like, what the? This is just being ridiculous for ridiculous. Like
They're just fucking with him. This is a wild card character. Okay, he's fucking with him.
wild card character.
He's
God,
having
I hate
fun.
that term.
Okay, but yeah, that character is crazy, and is obviously trying to set things in motion for the story. Which, again, I think that kind of character is more just Tatsuki Fujimoto trying to do some kind of like meta thing about people's like like what they want in a story versus like the kind of stories that he would like to tell and shit like that. Where it's like he's had to introduce a character who's just going to like flip the script and try to like direct what's going to happen in this fucking post-apocalyptic world for our entertainment, pretty much. So
the only thing I've learned so far is that women are property.
in
It's really hammering that in.
Yeah, in several towns they do not give a fuck about the women except for like Judah, pretty much. Unless you're Judah, they don't give a fuck about you. And Judah, I think they only really respect her because I think she founded that town originally, or something like that. Or she lied and made people think that she founded the town. She's lying about like being in communication with the king, which they consider to be God there, I guess, or some kind of religious figure there. But I mean, speaking of the God,
very the king thing sounds very Warhammer 40k.
I don't know anything about Warhammer 40k lore other than it's crazy and every little event has like 1,000,001 different like side articles about everything that happens.
Chaos wins.
Apparently.
And Cadia stands, okay?
Sure, we'll go with that.
We'll go with that.
And
It's
like
split in half, Cadia still stands.
I mean, hey, you know. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, and then you got oh, give me one second.
Are you waiting?
Like
the DMs will forget. God damn it.
Wow. Hit stream, GG. No content.
Damn.
L plus ratio.
Plus they didn't leak the DMs.
This is exciting.
It sure is.
Shit, can the stream still hear us? Oh, they can. Oh, we can end his career right here, right now, boys.
Please don't. Please don't. Like, I get the comedy, but actually don't.
Where did he say he was going? Did he say he was going somewhere?
I don't think you say anything. Will Wolfborg return to finish the stream? Find out today on Dragon Ball Z.
One second, I'm gonna take a piss.
Okay, hello. There we go. I don't know why my why is YouTube saying audio stream's current bitrate of 0 is lower than... Why would my bitrate be 0 for audio? To try and say I don't have audio on YouTube? Okay, hello? No, yeah, I have audio on YouTube. Why would it just lie?
Oh, you want to gaslight?
Why would it be
It's only a little bit-
lying?
Trying a little bit of gaslight, Wolfborg.
Why are we just lying like that? Okay, Justin walked away, I'm assuming?
But yeah.
Okay, we'll wait a bit. Oh, where's my thing? There we go.
There's that quality.
Yeah, it's called quality. This, without the ring light. It's very dark. I don't like it. This, everything's fine. Everything's good. You can see things. You can see me. That's all that matters.
I'm not 100% sure about that.
I think that's all that matters. So, that's what I think. I'm sticking to it. Oh no, we got a new comment on my 86 video, which always gets the best comments.
What was it, Wolfborg? Share with class.
You know, my video on the problem with 86 and how I basically listed my problems with it. 86 fans tend to find that every now and then, and they don't like it, but I don't know if this person hates me or not.
Alright, we'll find out today on Dragon Ball Z.
Ember the Cat Girl said, first volume, the episode set in saying Magnolia, captured me with the characters of Spearhead Squadron, and the 2 subsequent volumes are a whole other theme. I think the thing that made me get hooked on the show was Lena, because usually those protagonists who live in secret dystopias are either a member of the oppressed group of Lena's attempts, or some kind of outskirt freedom fighter. I like the fact that the owners, the powers of RSM know of Lena's attempts at giving the 86 rights, and they let her do her thing. It shows that they are utterly convinced she won't change anything. What made me stay was the design of the Juggernauts and Legion. I was like the later stage, blah blah blah. This is just them listing why they like it, okay? In the end, it's not the best anime, but it doesn't have the overexposed personalities and exaggerated everything that makes other shows hard to watch. I mean, I would argue there's a lot of things that are heavily exaggerated with that show. In fact, I would say that a lot of my problems were how heavily exaggerated certain things were. Especially the personalities of certain characters, but whatever. The books are also cool because while relatively simple, the story doesn't tell you what to think of Landa's approach to helping the 86 or the Federation's varied approaches to war, trying to be ethical but also doing suicide missions, or whether the 86 have lived the battlefield for so long could ever integrate back into society. A little fucked up grammar towards the end. Whatever, we forgive. But yeah, that was the comment. Occasionally I will get people mad. Other times I'll get people just rambling why they liked it, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But yeah, different opinions. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine having an opinion though that's different from mine? Okay, my anime opinions, which are always correct. Always, definitely. I've never had a single bad anime take ever. Name one. Name one. Name one.
See, problems. You have so many I've forgotten.
Oh, I have so many, but you can't list a single.
No. You have so many anime opinions, not bad ones.
Name any bad opinion I've ever made about anime. Okay, I have a lot of opinions. All my takes are based. Absolutely, that's just a fact.
Alright.
It's just a fact. Did you keep the stream entertained while I was gone?
No.
The hell? We're supposed to be giving content here. To all the viewers. There's so many viewers.
How many?
Well, let's see. On YouTube,
and I don't count.
On YouTube, there's 0 concurrent viewers. I don't understand how that works when I'm watching it, but okay. Twitch says there's 2 viewers. I'm one of them.
I'm
Kick
one of them.
says there is
0.
Is Kick show? Why is wait? Is this right? Why is Kick saying 95 viewers? I don't believe that. Nobody's chatting in there. There's no chatters in there. I don't believe Kick when it says
Yeah, I had
95 viewers.
96. It should be at least a 1.
I don't. I feel like Kick is just lying about its numbers.
It's that or like if one person shows for like a second, that counts. Oh, let's
Hey,
go current though.
Hey, next person who is not Justin or Shadow who messages in the Kick chat right now, I will give you $20 right now. If you
That's
are
a lie,
real
you know
person.
it.
If you are a
That's a
real
lie.
person, I will PayPal you $20 right now if you talk in the chat. I don't believe you will because none of you are real. But if you are real,
Well, for you, you're lying. You know it. It's not gonna happen.
me lie no.
Yes.
No. I have one follower on Kick, and it's probably Justin, so. Now it says I have 107 viewers on Kick. Again, I don't believe it. I don't understand what Kick considers to be a viewer. Nor would I comprehend how people find the stream.
They're gonna...
Fire Punch. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about Fire Punch. This is what the thing we're talking about, Kick Chat. We're talking about Fire Punch. This thing. We're talking about this thing. We're talking about Agni. This guy right here. That guy. That's the guy.
The funny man.
Can I get? Well, are you back yet, or are we still waiting? We're still waiting. Okay. While we're waiting, I'm gonna get the Fire Punch cover and put it up on the stream.
Nice job.
Make the stream look a little nicer, you know.
Oh, I like to mention one thing about this manga. It's a lot bigger than all the other ones they have.
Oh, like physically, or
Yes, like physically the size. It's...
Wait, did you get it physically?
Going
Yes.
back, what he loses.
Oh
up to.
damn.
Raising a shitty manga like Fire Punch.
This is a good manga. I don't know why you hate it so much. I don't get it. You don't like the one character, pretty much. You don't like Togata, pretty much.
To be fair though, she is one of the main characters.
Well, I mean, she's just like kickstarting things. I don't even like. I don't think her character's that bad. I understand it's like the only complaint I really have about her character is how forced she was introduced. It just kind of came out of nowhere at the end of volume 1, and then they just kind of waltzed into everything else. That's the only real thing I don't really like about her character. It's just the sudden introduction. I wished it was more like gradual, or that it kind of like made more sense for what was happening. It was just like, hey, I'm a random person who loves movies, and all my shit just happened to get burned at the time, and these people just happened to also catch some footage of you walking around. So I'm going to terrorize your life and the life of like the big city, even though I've been alive for like 300 years. and didn't feel like messing with them.
It feels like I'm good material now, and that being you.
Like that's my only real problem with Togata. I mean, like, obviously how she acts is just how she acts. I don't really mind that because that just is in line with their character, but
Also, it's just funny for me.
it is just funny. Like, they're like comedic relief kind of wild card character. Also, you said you have it physically. On the very end of the volumes, Fujimoto writes like a very brief message. It's not like, I wouldn't call it a prologue, but it's like a message about his life, and he'll update this at the end of like every volume. And the first one says, "I practice law in New York." That's not true. I practice law in New York, Washington, and other such places. I promise to prove the defendant innocent. None of that's true. And I think in like the next volume, it was something like I'm going to start doing manga or something like that. And
well,
then like,
I once walked the perimeter of Japan. That's what it says.
Something like that. I just remember at some point when I first read through all of Fire Punch, one of the prologues said, "I'm doing manga," and then the other volume said, "I now live homeless underneath a bridge." It's like, oh boy. But yeah, all this shit is just made up bullshit.
To be fair, it's pretty funny.
He also seems to have some kind of weird sister thing, because do you guys know the lore about his Twitter account?
Yes, I do. My friend told to me it is amazing.
So the lore is Tatsuki Fujimoto. Well, I think now he has an actual official Twitter, but before now, his official Twitter was actually him role-playing as his fictional like elementary school sister on Twitter, and everybody knew it was him role-playing as his fictional sister.
My personal favorite that came out of that was the Captain America picture. You know the one.
I don't know if I do. Maybe I do. I don't know. All I know is like, so he had that account for a while. I always thought it was fucking weird, but okay, Fujimoto, whatever. And then at some point, Twitter suspended the account because
impersonation.
No, they thought it was actually like the age. I think they tried to put in like the birthday or something like that, and it thought that they were actually underage because you're not allowed to. You're technically not allowed to have a Twitter account if you're under like a certain age. I think it's supposed to be 18, but I think it's actually like if you're like I don't know. So they suspended it, and he tried to. So the editor for Chainsaw Man. The guy was trying to on his actual new account he made was trying to contact his editor to let him know it's me. He didn't know.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Didn't know. Wow! Welcome to the conversation, buddy. Welcome,
I'm here.
welcome. Welcome to the Tatsuki Fujimoto conversation. The story I was telling because of you asked for it, and then you walked away. Nice, based.
I didn't walk away. My girlfriend was
based.
saying something to me.
Based. So we were talking about. We were talking about his weird Twitter stuff, but that has nothing to do with Fire Punch itself. I just wanted to bring up the weird sister thing because he was role-playing as his own fictional elementary school sister on his official Twitter account. That was his official Twitter account for a while. And in this story as well, it opens up with like a dude with a sister who says, "Hey, the world's over. Do you want to make a baby?" And I'm like, what the fuck? But then she dies, so we don't really have to worry about that. So. But he definitely still has some kind of complex over her because immediately upon seeing a girl who looks remotely like her is convinced that that's her. So what is this?
Well, yeah. Okay, so while Fujimoto was like doing the thing, like being as the sister, she was like, "Hey guys, I made fan or Captain America. Check it out." And it's this.
Hold on, I'm gonna bring it onto the stream. Wow, I can't believe Tatsuki Fujimoto's elementary school sister did this all herself. That's pretty impressive, you know.
But all that, it still looks like him. Like he still probably say that's Captain America.
Wow. I think this is the new Marvel Secret Invasion thing or whatever.
Oh
the one that has AI art in the opening. The opening is like AI generated.
Do not remind me.
Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, Fire Punch. Imagine Fire Punch. Imagine that. But no, yeah. The first volume ends with introducing Togata, and then the entire second volume pretty much is all about Togata, except for like a couple scenes of Sun back at the town. Everything else is just all about Togata. It's all Togata.
I mean, she is on the cover.
I mean, yeah, but it's just like shifting who the main character is, it feels like almost. Because, I mean, I guess there's only so much you can do with Agni at the beginning, you know, after you establish him, and you know that he just wants to kill Doma. He's just a hulking, like, WMD. Nothing can put out the flames that he has. So he's just slowly walking towards, like, what he's going to punch, and then once, like, one of the flames hits something, everything's fucked in the area, because you can't put it out. So, yeah. I mean, there's not too much you could do to slow it down. They tried several things. Apparently, even throwing his head into the water did not stop him. So, I don't actually know what you can do to stop Agni.
I don't think he can die, to be honest with you.
Was that the secret all along? They just needed Doma to put his flames on some strong regenerative person, and you just have, like, this eternal fire thing?
I am about to defeat the Ice Queen.
We need to be testing this out. I feel like if I'm a part of that town and I find out, hey, if you use Doma's flames on a regenerative and they're like really strong, we could have like this unstoppable like hulking thing. Why don't we just try that out on people and see what happens? But it also at the end of the second volume we see like they lock up some of the more dangerous ones. So maybe they also don't trust a lot of the fucked up blessed that are supposed to be in the town. So they just don't want to make anything too dangerous, I guess. But then also they want to have slaves and abuse every woman that they have in the town. So I don't actually know how many people in that town are actually just citizens. Because it sounds like they don't give a fuck about anybody who's not a blessed. And if they are blessed, they just use them for energy for the town. Who are the citizens of this town?
Good question.
Like, are there families in this town? Do they like what do they
don't know.
determine who they like fucking use and throw away or whatever? Like,
Ignoring your friend.
ugh.
Ignoring your friend.
Okay. What else we got? What other topics of discussion? Anything? Anybody?
I don't got anything. Friggin' sorry.
Come up with something. Think of something. What was your favorite?
Oh yeah,
what-
the fucking terrorism thing. What was that? The bombs.
Oh, Tagata's a terrorist. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, as you do.
I don't know if
I'll
you knew
give
that
the-
from Togata showing up and immediately like murdering people and wanting to put it on camera as like a weird like art project manifesto thing. Togata's a terrorist. I don't know if you knew that, but
I'll give the first volume a 6 out of 10.
okay.
I'll give the second volume a 3.5 out of 10.
Damn, you really
Yeah.
don't like Togata.
I
You
just
really don't
didn't
like
that
Togata.
volume. It was a chore to get through.
Yeah, because it was all about Togata. You just don't like Togata.
I mean, that is a valid complaint.
Listen, if you don't like Togata, you don't like Togata. I mean, that's just that's whatever with that. But I don't know. I like it still. I like it. Maybe I'm biased because I already read it before and I liked it then and I still like it now. But I like it.
That was fine.
It was fine. It was fine. I need standing
6 might have
ovations
been
here.
generous. I'll give 5.5 for the first volume. actually,
5.5. We're doing decimals. We don't do decimals here. I want to allow
then
decimals.
5. I'll go
Okay,
down. 5.
maybe I'll allow decimals. Maybe.
Nope, it's 5 now. 5 now.
You're supposed to round up. You're not supposed to round down. You know that, right? You're supposed to round up.
Well, if I had to choose,
He
I would
refuses.
have been down.
What did you not like about the first volume?
Togato.
The guy that was in the last 2 pages.
Yeah, ruined it.
Are you fucking kidding me? So if it wasn't for like the last 2 pages, it'd be getting like a 10 out of 10 out of you. Is that what you're saying?
No, how do I put this? Let me think. What was wrong with volume 1?
I mean, yeah, nothing is perfect. We gotta talk with.
What does it
we
take to
gotta mention-
entertain
I just
you?
It felt like it was trying to be too edgy. I don't know. And then,
But
like, I didn't like Togato.
yeah, no, we get that. We get that you don't like Togata.
I understand that.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's one interpretation of it. I guess I don't want to argue you out of your opinion, but I don't know. I like it. I think it's neat.
I mean, I'll keep going.
Will you? Because I
Yeah.
don't feel like you will.
No, I'm gonna keep going.
Well, I
I
feel
mean,
like
I came this-
I feel like you'll keep going, but you'll actually just have the same opinion the whole time.
I mean, it could change though. I'm open-minded about it.
It could if Togata dies, probably.
Best case scenario.
One sec. Does Togato?
No, spoilers. I don't actually remember. Because I don't remember a lot from
No.
my first read through, so I don't know. There's definitely some things that happen with Togata that I do remember, but I'm not gonna say obviously because spoilers. But yeah. Okay. How do we feel about the art specifically? Let's talk about the art itself.
The art was good. It wasn't amazing. It was good though. This is my gut first reaction.
It's your gut first reaction.
Yep.
Okay.
Is
okay.
it's fine. It's between fine and good.
It's between fine and good. Wow, very, very bold claims here. Okay, very bold claims.
It was Togata and that other short black haired chick who looked almost the
Neneto.
exact same, the Neto.
They did look the same. I
They
was
were
like,
just they like kept confusing the shit out of me, so
Yeah.
I docked it for points on that one.
yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. Neneto was introduced first because they were there with Sun at first, and then they escaped that facility. I don't know how they escaped, but somehow they
They
escaped.
kept getting fucking lost. Yeah, and then they would just like skip shit. Also,
Well, that was for like editorial reasons, I guess. Like they were like, don't use the camera here, and then it cuts to the end of the fight because they turn back on the camera. And they did that a couple times with some things like, all right, now is where we we walk all the way there, and we're gonna skip all the time it takes to get there, and we're there in like the next frame or something like
Yeah,
that.
but then it'll be like, oh, that was an insane fight. And it's like, bruh.
That happened like one time.
Still,
And like I said, the joke.
Again,
It was a bruh
the-
moment.
And like I said, the joke was that they told them to turn off the camera. Because they were like, nobody wants to see the same fight twice, and then it cuts back to like the brutal aftermath of the next fight, which looked like it was way cooler than the fight before. Like that was the joke.
Gosh, yeah.
This is called comedy.
Whoops.
I don't know if Justin here went to comedy school, so
I
of
went
course
to
he knows all
school.
about comedy. He knows all about comedy. So
You know, I'm sort of a comedian myself.
yeah, of course he's the Joker, just like Togata. It's actually Togata just seriously relates to Justin. That's why he doesn't like Togata. That's exactly why.
Yeah,
all know.
see, that's probably
All right,
I
so
don't like people characters.
all right, so Agni, obviously he wants revenge, but now he's also suffering through some kind of like guilt trip bullshit because he finally meets up with Doma, and Doma's just like, please forgive me, I'll do
Whoops.
anything, but I don't want to die. Because like he's never had something he burned come back. And just seeing that shit, the next time you see him, he's gone insane. He's fucked up and they had to lock him away because he just lost his mind at that shit. But he's begging for his life. He doesn't want to die. He's like, I'll do anything except die. And now Agni has to be like, do I just punch him? I don't know. I don't know.
I
what to do with
swing.
that. If I punch him, is it like, am I gonna have anything left to live for if I do this? I don't actually know what to do with that, you know? I kind of wish we got to learn more about Doma outside of that kind of stuff. Like, why he turned out to be some kind of fucking asshole that would just burn shit at the slightest, like, whiff of, like, inconvenience, almost. Like, cause his flames are, they also seem like they're pretty brutal in that, like, he could just accidentally burn down the entire city if they're not careful with him.
Whoops.
He feels like the kind of guy who, like, I feel like they would have locked up ages ago, but maybe he was, like, one of the people in charge of shit before.
And also, if they touch you, you're just dead because you can't put them out, and they
Yeah.
spread to the rest of your body.
Right. Well, I mean, apparently they have fireproof... Well, they have fireproof cloth that's, like, not the real thing. Togata has actual fireproof stuff. That like
She's
can
old.
withstand it. It's supposed to be like
No,
space suit stuff or something.
I'll bump Fire Punch up 1 point for one thing only. There's a 300-year-old woman. It's not a fucking lolly.
Unfair. True.
So they're not using her advanced age as an excuse to sexualize a small child. So I'll give them credit on that one.
All right, there you go. There you have it. All right, went from a 3 to a 4 for that volume. There you go. It's gonna need all the points from Justin. Okay, we have to save Fire Punch for Justin. We have to sell
If there's
it
a
to
lolly
Justin.
in the next volume, I'm dropping out of the club though. What do you know?
I don't remember if there's a lolly in the next volume. I don't remember if there is a lolly in the series overall. I don't remember. I don't remember anything.
There's regenerative lolly who's actually like 83, but she looks like a 12-year-old. I'm done.
There's no way. Come on.
Listen, they
Surely.
made Agni become like way bigger than he was before, too, by the way.
I mean,
Like
fair, it
he's,
was 8 years.
Clockwise, maybe.
well, he's like he's like the Hulk now. He's like a walking massive dude. He was just like a fucking skinny little kid when like everything started burning, and then after 8 years he's like the Hulk pretty much.
Look, man, puberty hit pretty good for him is all I'm gonna say.
I mean, I guess every time it would burn him, it would try to regenerate his body, and maybe every time it did it, it just made his muscles stronger. So maybe every time like he has to rebuild his body, it just gets slightly stronger, and that's why it's super strong after like 8 years. Maybe. That's my theory. That's just a theory.
A
Again,
game theory.
God damn it!
a Fire Punch theory. Oh, I'm sorry, Fireman. That's the actual
yes.
title of this movie. Okay, Togata said the title's called Fireman.
Hit Ned from Mega Man Valneric 4.5 Real Operations. See how it comes back.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, so you got this like ice, like new era Ice Age world, and his superpower is I have fire and it never goes out. And everything I touch burns until until it just dies and melts away.
Boing.
Big question, okay, Tatsuki Fujimoto, you fraud, okay? If that were true, how come he doesn't just melt into the ground? Answer me that, Tatsuki Fujimoto, you fraud son of a bitch, okay? You hack fraud. Miserable volume. Worst. 0 out of 10. Unrealistic, okay? How, suspension of disbelief, gone, alright? Everything here is snow, alright? It should be melting away, he should be melting through the crust of the earth, alright? But no. No.
Sorry, the ground is fireproof.
The ground must be fire. It must all be the fireproof cloth. All of it.
The ground isn't lava, okay?
I guess
sorry.
not. Like they say like they could find him by like the massive trail he leaves behind because all the snow around him melts. But
Yeah, I used to built up snow.
But like, how much snow is that? Would like he just be like much deeper down than everybody else? Is he supposed to like? How much does his flame burn? Should it be burning through the ground?
Where's the anime science video on this, Wolfborg?
Tatsuki Fujimoto is a fraud. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? He's a hack fraud. He doesn't understand how fire works. All right. Well, I don't know.
Again, we also established he doesn't know how the human body works.
True and based. Let's go with
Because
that.
it's like according to his perception, it's brain which might not be there all the time, and then small intestine.
Oh yeah, some of them have some of the regenerative people from there are only super strong because they have an artificial spine in them or something like that.
Like a skeleton.
Without the skeleton, they're basically just they have regenerative powers. But if they have the technology, does that just mean like only regenerative people run the town because they just respawn?
Yes.
That's it?
It's hot everywhere.
I don't know.
You saw much of the other stuff. I'm sure that at least enough regenerative people to run a city.
Because I'm assuming how it works is like because they're regenerative, they can
Just wondering if the stream heard that.
we definitely heard it. We definitely heard it several times. Several times.
Wait, are you on? Is he streaming?
Yes,
And
we're
you're on?
streaming.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Bye.
we can all hear you.
Yeah, they heard everything you said.
Everything, including the questions. We heard it all.
Everything.
What do they think about Fire Punch?
Everything.
Everything, including that. Ask them what they think about Fire Punch. You show them the cover. Ask them what they think.
Evelyn, what do you think about the cover of this book? That where is the club cover book club?
Wow,
Manga.
you make it sound real cool here, buddy.
Here, look. What do you think about the cover? What's your hot take? What's your hot take on the cover?
The
Get
fucker
on
you were
tits.
reading earlier.
Yeah, it was the fucker I was reading earlier.
I'm not sure what to make of this.
He's
He's
a
the
man on
punch,
fire.
There was literal fire, so we got that going.
Yeah, true, and based.
So it's what it says on the tin is what you're saying.
Pardon?
He's on
That's what it
fire
says
and he
on the tin.
punches.
We?
Why do I have a pain in my left armpit?
We have pain everywhere.
Have you tried not
Yeah,
being in pain? Have you tried
Look,
just...
you asked the main character of this book. I did not feel pain.
Yeah, have you tried just having regenerative powers? Have you tried that?
No, I haven't tried having regenerative magical
You ever
powers.
just use
to make
flex
me
tape?
immortal.
That'd probably work.
Have you tried like using fire on yourself and seeing if that helps? It might help. I would not be advocating to burn yourself, but you know.
I mean, that's what Denji would do.
Cannibalism.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Okay. Sun. What is the deal with Sun? Why they introduced Sun? I thought they were gonna be like the random sidekick with Agni the whole time. Then they
Nope.
immediately get captured and turned to firewood. I get that the point of Agni now is to spread the word about Agni. He's basically like telling these like stories about Agni that they're all hopeless people in there in that facility to the point where they're just like, listen, just tell us any more stories you can about him, even if they're lies. We don't care. It's kind of inspiring. Let us cope because we got nothing else to do except wait to die. They're letting us live for like 30 years and then they're gonna kill us. So you might as well just tell some stories, I guess. So Sun is pretty much there to just be this person who met this dude who was on fire once and then just rant about him to every single one, like every single person, because I guess to Sun that is literally God. Sun also was like a part of some town before and got kicked out.
Plague?
Yeah, the town caught a plague, but they didn't tell Sun they caught the plague. They just said that they were chosen specifically on a mission from God to go out and leave the town, which was really just the town kicking him out. And somebody, I think it was their brother or something, I don't know, was just saying, no, they're kicking you out because you don't have food, you fucking loser or whatever. But then it turned out it's just because they all caught the plague and they didn't want to tell him. And then Sun knew anyways. Also, Sun was another character, Sun and Togata, where I was just like not sure, like, is this supposed to be a check, or is this supposed to be... And then they make the joke with Sun, where Sun gets taken into the facility, they assume Sun is a woman, and the doctor comes in, tries to, like weirdly gets comfortable with them at first, make it sound like he's gonna help them, and then he's like, okay, so now I want to watch you two get fucked by dogs, and then finds out he's a guy, and he's like, well, we can't do anything with that. So
instead, weird, even for me.
So instead, they're like, okay, so instead we're just going to kidnap you and turn you into firewood, I guess. Fuck it. There's like 2 roles here, depending on your gender and whether or not you're blessed. Okay, if you're a woman, you are property. We can do whatever the fuck we want. If you are a blessed, we're just going to chain you up to like a hospital bed and just use you for your energy forever.
If you're useful.
And if you're tough enough to not get killed by the troops, then maybe we'll recruit you, pretty much.
Society.
True. I mean, I'm trying to think. In other stories that have people with superpowers or whatever, you know, you got like your My Hero Academias and shit like that. Like, I feel like at least in this situation, this kind of survival setting, that does kind of feel like more realistic for the fucked up people to want to just abuse other people with powers or whatever. Like Redo of Healer was doing that shit. Like they were abusing the healer hero to heal them because the healer would be in massive pain when he would do it. So usually they wouldn't do it. So they were just abusing him to do it. But in that story, it was all just an excuse for sex scenes later. It was just an excuse for that. It was all just an excuse for that. It was really fucking dumb. But like here, they're like trying to do it because they want to power shit so they can survive. For the most part.
Well, for like the 20 years they have left.
For the most part, because there are like a lot of cases where they're just killing people just as a fuck you to them because they threaten them, I guess.
Yeah, you know, for the comedy.
But like I said, it's hard to like be like, are these people, you know, actually defending their big town? I don't really know many people in the town that are citizens and don't understand how people join the town and actually become citizens. Because they make it sound like when they go to these places for the supplies, they're like, if you're blessed, then we'll recruit you as one of the blessed or whatever. And if you're somebody else, we'll bring you in. Usually the people they bring in are just slaves. So I don't understand how people become citizens of this town. I don't know how that works. I guess you just had to be lucky to be born there, and if you weren't, you're just gonna get used and dumped or whatever.
Well, before he gets scorched, when they like went to his town to get supplies or whatever, they were like, "Oh, we'll reward you with becoming a citizen."
Well, but I don't know if that was actually going to be the case because it sounded like, you know, I think even he thought this is, and that's why he didn't tell them. It sounded like they were just trying to recruit more people to like become their slaves, and like we saw with Sun. They do just use a lot of their blessed for, like, they call them firewood. They don't give a shit about them. But, like, with Agni, they would have just used him for meat, I guess. Well, I mean, I actually know. They wouldn't, right? Because they burned down the town because they assumed they were all cannibals. So they wouldn't have used him for meat. But I thought they did use somebody for meat. No, they used somebody... They said they passed by somebody whose bodily fluids that they were using. He was generating something from his bodily fluids that they could consume.
Yeah, let me flip over real quick.
It was in volume 2.
Starch or some shit.
Yeah, it was like starch. That was it. So, like, I mean, okay. But I guess they just, they don't use people for meat. So, that was where they would just, like, they saw that.
People who produce starch that are chained up and die at 30 underground.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, why
starchy
not?
body fluids.
I guess that's a little better than human meat, I guess. A little bit. I don't know.
Man, that's
people.
I don't know. Listen, in this situation, I don't think if I was in that town, we had nothing to eat, and all we had was this dude who could just cut off his arm and feed it to people and then grow it back. I'd be eating the hand. I'd be eating the hand.
Give him a hand.
I don't think that makes me less of a human. We're trying to survive. It's a regenerative ability. Okay, it'd be one thing if we were killing,
Going to
sacrificing
town.
someone in the town and killing them and eating them. They're not doing that. In fact, in
Slippery
that
slope,
town,
man.
in
Maybe
that
that's
town.
what they would move on to, you know?
Oh, you think that they were just basically assuming this is the next step with them, so they're just not human anymore?
Nah, well, to be fair, when Domo or whatever the fuck his name was burned the town down.
Yep.
I think he just saw that there was human meat. It didn't seem like they had a time to be like, wait, this is actually just a regenerative ability. We're not killing anyone. They just torched it immediately because he's like, oh, they're cannibals killing and eating people.
Yeah, I don't think he would have cared even if they said it was from his regenerative ability. I feel like he still would have done it.
Maybe.
It definitely would have made it sound better in context, but with how Doma's acted, he probably still would have done it because up until he sees Agni not die from it, he seemed like nothing really affected him, and then that made him lose his fucking mind. Just seeing something that he burned still be alive, that fucked him up. Because then we see him and he's literally insane. They say he's lost his mind. They had to chain up his hands and stuff like that. Yeah. But now Togata is trying to set up some stuff. He went through a whole training montage with Agni. Trained him in martial arts. English swears, okay, and they're crafting him the suit that he can wear. It's supposed to be fireproof. I don't understand. I feel like that would make his powers less because then there's less.
No, they won't easily spotted.
Oh yeah, that's
because
true.
A man on fire, you know.
What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do to stop him? He's just gonna walk forward and punch him.
Like an astronaut shoes is also pretty conspicuous, you know.
He only really got caught because he wasn't paying attention when Judah showed up, and then Judah just cut off his head or whatever.
I thought the plan was just to get him killed anyway.
Well, Togata's plan now seems to be that. Togata's plan definitely seems to be that now, at least for the purpose of their movie. I feel like they don't actually really care about the result. They just want a cool movie, so they're just trying to sabotage things to make it more difficult. But with Agni's powers, I feel like it's going to be hard no matter what they try to set up to actually stop him. But I don't know. I don't remember. Like I said, I don't actually remember what happens with the confrontation. So, yeah, Togata is scheming. Spoilers. We're scheming.
I'm sort of a schemer myself.
They're like, we're going to do a training montage. They're going to become close friends. And now it's like they go to the town, immediately blow up a couple buildings, say that nobody's in it, so probably nobody got hurt by it.
The probably part.
And then say, I've also planted several other bombs in the town. A little bit of terrorism, no big deal. And then,
as you do,
it's just a little bit of terrorism, no big deal. And then apparently they have a power suit or some kind of mecha power suit thing. I don't think we saw it, but it sounded like they were saying there's some kind of power suit that he's got in his basement or she's got in his basement because she used to live there.
All I'm saying is crazy girl main character walking in and blowing everything up like that. A Future Diary did it first.
Tatsuki Fujimoto is a hack fraud yet again, copying from Mirai Nikki. Okay, it's bullshit.
Which was actual garbage. But...
hack fraud. Okay, Tatsuki Fujimoto. Okay, that's we know. We've been there. We understand. Okay, I just want to know. How come Agni doesn't fall through the earth? How come his fire doesn't burn through everything all the way to the crust of the earth? Why not? What the hell, man? I don't know. All these questions.
Why didn't we get to see him fuck his sister in Chapter 0?
When do we see
what? Questions. What?
I'm trying to think. Is there any other characters we haven't talked about? We talked about Judah. We talked about Doma. We talked about Oh yeah, it tries to introduce like these other characters like Ivan and the Doctor and stuff like that. That
Oh, whoops.
I knew from the
Oh,
moment I
shit.
saw them, I'm like, these dudes are just fodder. We're not gonna learn anything about these fucking dudes other than they smoke a lot of cigarettes and try to rape women constantly. So these
As you
dudes
do.
are definitely just going to die immediately. I just didn't expect it to be Toga that did it. I thought it was gonna be Toga would come onto the train, free Agni, and then would record Agni doing it. No, Togato shows up and is like, I'm gonna kill them all. It's
I
like,
guess the hero.
all right, based.
Story.
And then they got a camera woman out of it with a Ninetto. So now they got that. Yeah, okay. So what else do we got here? Okay, so apparently the only way they were able to sort of kind of detain him was to cut off his head, repeatedly shoot it
In the brain.
to keep it weak so it wasn't regenerating, and then cover it in fireproof cloth, which somehow prevents him from regenerating. I don't understand how that last part works, but whatever. We can assume that somehow it works.
I didn't see it. Oh no, never mind. You're right. It did at some point, I guess.
Because like they lock him in like a chest during the train ride. It's not like they keep shooting him during
Yeah.
the train ride. But like, okay, so they take him on this train, and supposedly the train is going to take them to the only unfrozen lake that they know of because it's got hot springs in it or something like that. And then they're going to just toss his head into the water and hope that that works. And then it turns out that didn't work.
Whoops.
But they didn't try it. Togata tried it after she killed all of them, except for Judah, which they left alive just to send back, and then they just showed back up anyways. And then Agni was like, "You might be my sister," and she's like, "I'm not your fucking sister. What are you talking about?"
Yeah, you see, he's coping.
But you might be her. You could be,
You're
but I'm not.
coping.
And then Togata almost like drowns her decapitated head in the water because it was regenerating. But he was like, what did she do? She tried to throw the head at him. She was like, catch. And it's like, well, obviously I can't fucking catch her. She's going to burn and die. So. And
I was
then
hoping he would be a dumbass and caught it, but it didn't happen.
that'd be funny, actually. That'd be...
Oh, whoops.
Or he's immediately just like screaming like, no, I just burned my sister.
Like One Punch Man with a giant when he smashes his brother on his shoulder.
But okay, so got this world, all nice. Yearns for fire. That was the opening line. One of my favorite lines, I think, was okay, I know you don't like Togata, all right, but favorite line for me is still them saying, "A world without Toy Story." What kind of fucking world is that? Like, just because they like so many other movies, and they listen to like a whole bunch of other movies. Okay, movies are based, all right. Without movies, what the fuck? What are we
I
gonna
know
do?
you're a big movie guy.
Well, it's not just about movies with that character. It's obviously just like a media thing in general, because then they want to direct the movie and they want to be in charge of it. Like I said, Togata's character is supposed to be like a meta thing about how fucked up we are for wanting this kind of fucked up entertainment, and like the like people that get fucked over in doing so, I guess, like for our entertainment. So I don't know. I feel like it's a meta thing with Togata's character, and that's why I'm fine with the random introduction that they had, because again, that is the only real problem I have, is the randomness of introducing the character. But everything else about them I'm still fine with, especially for comedic reasons. Okay, it's called comedy. I don't know if you know that, Justin, but you went to school for it, so what do I know? You got the degree, right? You finished, right? You passed with flying
Yeah,
colors,
it's
right?
bad, so
Comedy's bad in general.
that's the professional opinion. It's Fire Punch is
Oh, the
bad.
professional opinion. Okay, tell a joke right now.
What's red and green and yellow all over?
I don't know what is.
Rubik's Cube. I don't know.
You was a couple colors there.
Good one, buddy. Good one, buddy. Yeah, good one. That was a good one.
Paid off.
That was a good one.
Education paid off.
That was a good one, buddy. You did well. You did well. You did well. Don't worry. It's really paying off. You didn't get scammed. Don't worry.
Didn't get scammed at all.
No, definitely not. Okay, so any other thoughts we have about Fire Punch? Any other random what is it?
Not a lot of punching.
I feel like there was
You know what? Actually, fair.
well, I mean, most of the time he's just walking around in snow. What do you want him to punch? You want him to punch the snow?
Yes.
I don't really think it's gonna do much.
I want to see him punch a small child in the face.
Give it some time. Give it some time. We got some more volumes to go through, okay?
Okay.
There's like what, 83 chapters or something like that. We got time. We got time. We got time. They're gonna introduce that that Lolly character, okay, that you don't want to happen, and then he's gonna punch them in the face.
Honestly, I would suck this series dick so hard if that happened.
Tatsuki Fujimoto would be redeemed in one panel, okay? No
Actually,
doubt.
unironically.
No doubt. Okay, so.
Yep.
All right, let's go around. Would you recommend Fire Punch so far? I would recommend it so far. Justin?
So far, honestly, nah.
Okay, that's about what I assumed. Shadow, would you recommend it so far?
I'm on the fence currently.
On the fence. Okay, that's a fair answer to give at this point. We're still
Wait,
early
wait.
on. We're still early on, so we're early on. Why are you saying like you're on the fence, like you're gonna make a decision now? I mean, you can if you want.
No. I'm just like, I'll let it cook for a little bit, then I'll see. You know.
Well, let it cook. The fire doesn't go out. He's already cooking. He's cooking
But
constantly.
the question isn't let it cook. The question is, right now, first 2 volumes, would you recommend it?
I'm kind of unsure. I'm not.
At the very least, I think the first volume up until like the last couple pages with Togata's random introduction is pretty solid.
Yeah.
Everything after with Togata, I think that's where, you know, a kind of split happens with like the tone in the show, like not the show, the story overall, because up until then, it's like largely a big revenge thing with like a couple joke moments with Sun, because Sun is just an ignorant idiot or whatever. But Togata is just literally the wild card for entertainment reasons, for like other fucked up shit to happen that probably wouldn't normally happen with this dude's story.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm not sure about recommending it or not.
Because this dude's story without Togata is just like, I'm gonna walk up and punch.
Swing.
And nothing can really stop me except these dudes constantly shooting me in the head. So like, obviously they needed some excuse to like have them not be captured. They need some way to free Agni, and then once he's freed, you can just keep walking and punch again. But I mean, now that they know he exists, I feel like that city is probably going to be pretty good at coming up with ways to like go up against him. So I mean, it's a little bit more of a chance for them, but now Togata's just like fixing the fight, so I don't know. So at the very least, the first volume I'd say is pretty solid. I'd still recommend both volumes just because even with the second volume, I still think it's very entertaining. But
well, it really depends on if you enjoy Togata or not. That's the thing.
Yeah, Togata I do feel like is the like deciding factor. Like if that's the kind of story that you care about, or if you you know, see it like I do of like some kind of meta thing that's also just an excuse for fun. You know, that can also add on to it. But if you're somebody who's just like, what the fuck is this character doing? This feels like a less interesting, like, weird Joker person that's just showing up to cause shit. You know, maybe this wouldn't be for you if you don't like that kind of thing. But, yeah. I fucking love the art with a lot of the scenes. I thought at first, with this dude just constantly being on fire, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get used to seeing... When I first saw the cover of this, before I read it the first time, I was like, is this the dude from My Hero Academia? What is his name? The half ice, half fire dude? Because when I look at it, I'm just like, this is that guy, right? What's his name? Todoroki or whatever? Like, oh, and Shadow left.
Oh.
He'll probably be back in a couple minutes. He usually does this sometimes. So
Scrub.
So, I don't know. Yeah. I like it. I like it. I like the art. I always like how Tatsuki Fujimoto kind of, like, does his storytelling through his panels and, like, the character facial reactions and shit like that. His stories
I just gotta give a shout out to Small Cocks Matter for the thumbs up and kick chat. Nice. Rise up. We gotta rise up, gamers. Rise up. How do people find this shit? So, Kick is definitely lying, right? It says I have 191 viewers on Kick. That's not true. That seems super legit.
But we also got a follow from Small Cox Matter, so thanks so much. And someone called The Beast Forever 570 also followed on there. So I don't know if that one's real.
I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely. But allegedly, Kick says I have 191 viewers on there. Don't believe that, but it says I do. So I can advertise myself saying that I have a very successful
first stream.
Yeah, of course. We had one person message in the YouTube chat at the beginning. Never heard anything back again. That's fair. And then Reflex showed up at some point in the Twitch chat. Don't know if you're still in there, Reflex, but if you are, hello. And yeah, we got a couple Kick follows. And I think that was pretty much, I don't see any other notifications, so that's pretty much it with that. So recommendations, we already went through recommendations for Fire Punch, and the plan is for us to read the next 2 volumes. And we're going to talk about those either next week or the week after. I'm not sure. I think that will depend on if anyone else is also available. But let's plan for it to be
the 3 of us.
Well, it can still be the 3 of us, but a couple of them, you know, especially Somnus, who's the main one who recommended we read this anyways. Like, that's, you know, so I'd like for them to be involved with it because they all wanted to be a part of it, but if they can't make it, that's fine. But, like, for now, let's just plan for it to be, again, next Saturday and around this time, and we'll see if anything changes from that. That'll be the plan for that. That is Fire Punch Volumes 1 and 2, and now we'll be reading Volumes 3 and 4 for next week.
If I can find the 4th one.
If you can find what?
Volume 4.
You can't find it?
It's not on Amazon for some reason.
What do you mean it's not on Amazon? Just get what's it called? The Shonen Jump Vault subscription. Pay like $3 a month and you get access to all their shonen shit. It's pretty good.
Then.
It's a pretty good deal. I mean, I only have the first volume physically. I mean, you can just buy it physically too. I wouldn't stop you. Okay. You get the Tatsuki Fujimoto message at the end. You get to learn about his updates in his life. All right.
I guess I'll update you guys on that then.
He won honorable mention in the November 2013 Shueisha Crown Newcomers Award for his debut one-shot story Love Is Blind, which I have not read, which was published in Volume 13 of of Jump SQ19. Fujimoto's follow-up series Fire Punch is the creator's first English language release. This is his first in English. Nihongo Jozu, Eigo Jozu. All right, we are English. Orphan siblings Agni and Luna, like the Ice Witch who curse their world, are 2 of the blessed, humans who hold special abilities. However, not all who are blessed are friendly, and after another of their kind attacks Agni and decimates the orphans' village, Agni fights to survive, vowing revenge. That's what it says on the back here. Okay. I don't know where we go from here. I think that's pretty much it. I don't really have any other questions.
No, wait. I forgot. They mentioned like Ice Witch isn't actually even real.
Oh yeah, that's probably just a lie, that like a common enemy that somebody came up to bring people together, I guess.
Yeah.
It could also be that the Ice Witch is real, but more likely it's just that the world at some point entered a new ice age. But it was more a sudden thing as opposed to like a gradual thing, I guess. I don't understand how ice ages typically work, but I don't know. It might have been something that was triggered by a blessed. But it's not something that I don't think a bless is actively doing it, so I don't know. Maybe not. Find out next time on Fire
Dragon
Punch.
Ball Z.
That's not the series. The series is Fire Punch. Why would you say Dragon Ball Z?
Because that's just how it goes, Wolf. I
Speaking
can't
of Dragon Ball,
convention.
I think we're done with the Garlic Jr. arc on Dragon Ball. So the next time we watch that, we're going to be on the Android Saga.
Did you say the fucking garlic arc? What?
Dragon Ball. The Garlic Jr. came back.
Garlic Jr.
Garlic Jr. was a character from the original Dragon Ball, and they have like a little arc in Z when they come back.
And he makes guys into vampires. Ooh,
if you're confused because of the name Garlic Jr., his henchmen are named like Mustard and
the Spice Boys.
They're the Spice Boys. Okay, so
This is why Dragon Ball will forever be low tier.
That's not how that works, okay? These are called themes with names. These are jokes. You know,
Trash.
Goku, Gohan,
Trash.
okay, Goten, all right? Piccolo. I'm pretty sure all of the Namekians are named after like snails and flutes and instruments and shit like that. But that's not
Also, the
Fire
comedy
Punch.
of the guy being called Garlic makes people into vampires.
But that's not Fire Punch. Speaking of names in Fire Punch, though, I'm pretty sure most of the names of everything here are supposed to have some religious connection. Like one of the movies that Jogata at some point quotes some movie about like being firewood and needing something that fuels you, and they're like, "That's from a movie." I think I tried looking it up. That's not from the movie. That's from the fucking Bible. So
I mean, what, you know about the several movies about the Bible?
yeah, of course, you know. But I mean, this was a very religious movie from the start in the town with like the priests and stuff like that. So like, I would not be surprised if I were to look up and find out every single person's name and like character themselves is supposed to be some kind of big religious thing. Especially Behemdorg. I don't know what the fuck Behemdorg is supposed to mean. Who comes up with this name? Tatsuki Fujimoto. Get out of here.
Bastard.
Come on with a real name. Visit a real place. Try that. Mr.
I'm a fictional character.
Mr. Lawyer, okay? He practices
All right,
law. Yes, we're done. You can leave.
Okay, I'm sweating my balls off.
Okay, would
I'm
you like to
leaving
shout
for the
yourself
time.
out at all before you leave, or?
Yeah, shout out to me.
It's not... Okay, again, you were supposed to take notes from Shadow, okay? He's directly saying what he does, where he does it, okay? Saying his socials, but no.
All right.
Instead, you're putting emojis in my kick chat.
Socials, eggplant emoji, 69420 elite.
This dude is allegedly trying to start streaming again, and this is the shit he pulls when I give him a chance to promote his shit at the end of the video. All right, it's cool. Go fuck yourself then. You don't need to promote your shit.
Okay. Okay, I got you. Ready? My YouTube is Justin, where I sin.
My God. Now it feels like I have a gun to your head in front of a classroom of students to introduce yourself. Jesus. All right.
Well,
I'm not doing the introductions for you, so if you're not going to introduce it and you're calling out your shit, then that's on you, okay? We're going to move on to Shadow then. Shadow.
There's my Twitch. I sent in the chat. See,
Sent in the chat.
You guys.
Twitch.tv/ShadowMan version 4. Not V4, version 4. All right? Get it right.
What happened to version 1, 2, and 3?
It's a BN joke.
Would you like to explain
Also,
the
if you got
joke?
Beta, Omega, Gamma, what was the other ones?
Epsilon?
No, it's like exactly like 3.
I don't know shit about Mega Man. I don't know anything about Mega Man. That's on the next.
You have it on Steam.
That doesn't mean I've played it. I have a lot of shit on Steam I've never played. And I probably never will.
Something on Steam isn't a good gauge for whether something's been played or not.
Occasionally I'll run that Steam calculator meme or whatever and just get a little depressed at how many things how much money I put in and haven't played. But then I remember some of them is from Humble Bundles, and then I just cope by saying, "Oh yeah, all of that's from Humble Bundles," even though they're not. So.
Look, Wolfborg, you can play it.
Have you seen the new Starship Troopers game that looks hella fun?
No, I don't know anything about it. I might have to check it out.
You should look into it. It looks amazing.
Okay. Wasn't there some Starship game that was like coming out that everyone was waiting for years?
I don't know. EVE Online's in that latest expansion.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to get back into EVE Online for all of the 2 days that I played it for like mining and then didn't do anything else. Alright, so that's all for the Fire Punch discussion. You boys are free to leave if you want. I'm probably going to end the stream. I might go back to Fortnite. I don't know yet. Justin, are you still going to be around to play Fortnite? Or?
Yeah.
Alright, so we're
probably going to eat a snack real quick, but yeah.
Okay, so we'll probably be doing that, but I won't be streaming because I don't feel like streaming anymore. Fuck you guys. Fuck you. If you miss the stream, that's it. I don't love you anymore, okay? Get out. Get out. Get out.
Okay.
Daddy, not the belt.
Alright, that's all for the stream. Goodbye, gamers. Goodbye, stream.